Boom, baby. We are live. Welcome to Interview with Man, episode 752. One red flag in a woman is actually many. We're going to talk about that. So everybody has red flags, but typically the biggest problem that guys have in today's modern dating culture, especially in the West, is they don't vet the woman with extreme levels of meticulousy at the beginning of the whole interaction. So we're going to cover that and so much more. But don't forget, August 1st, we're going live with the Masculine Empowerment Network, and you're not going to want to miss out on that. Take a quick look at what we got here, and then we will get the party started.
Hey guys, what's up? It's me, MLD, and I'm back today with a special message for you. But before I get going, I just want to ask you one quick question. Are you ready for a massive change in your life? Right now, looking at the state of the world, I'm happy to say that we are making progress. I believe that we are winning the culture war, and I do believe that there are greener pastures ahead, despite all of the propaganda that is designed to make you feel disenfranchised and, quite frankly, black-pilled. The elites and the people who are controlling the world are absolutely losing ground to men like
1 second, I think there's an echo. Let me come back.
us who desire quality life, to be free, and to have choice in our dating, relationships, financial success, and so much more. And I want to make the opportunity available for you to get your piece of the pie. And that's why I'm here to talk to you once again about the Masculine Empowerment Network. Starting on August 1st, we are beginning enrollment for the 2024 calendar year. And this is my personal community that is dedicated to elevating your life in 4 aspects that I believe are the most important for men: money, muscles, game, and frame. This network has been operational since 2019, and our members have exceeded over 10,000 men across the globe. And we are only growing stronger and better every single year. As you know, I recently took a little bit of a break from YouTube, but I was offline training my elite group of members in my community. I'm back now with a refined approach, re-energized and ready to attack and help give you the life that you want. The Masculine Empowerment Network is a 3-part program. And I'm happy to say this time I'm going to be introducing my first ever total dating mastery hybrid course, which is a culmination of all of my previous courses, including body language mastery, SALT, the dark pass, and pandemic pickup. This course is engineered to help you master text message game, online dating apps, cold approach, vetting a woman, helping put her on your rotation, or vetting her to be your girlfriend and or wife. This is a gigantic value that I've been putting together for the longest time, and I'm putting the best pieces from all my courses in this hybrid course that is aimed to make you walk away from all of your dating troubles for the rest of your life. The second part of Masculine Empowerment Network is our live webinar training. Starting on August 12th, we will be engaging in 20 webinars, which each have no time limit, which is going to be led by me and my team of men from the Masculine Empowerment Network, talking to you about the core fundamentals of money, muscles, game, and frame to help you maximize your potential as a man, so you no longer have to feel defeated, depressed, alone, unworthy, and plagued with tons of negative thoughts. These will be starting at 9 p.m. Eastern and 9 a.m. Eastern every single day, Monday to Friday, from August 12th to August 23rd. If you can't attend them live, that's okay, because they're going to be recorded and you'll be able to watch them for the rest of your life. In addition to that, after every session, we have an open Q&A panel, which allows you to directly ask your question to the leader who is speaking that day in his area of excellence, whether it's money, muscles, game, or frame. Every man will get his questions answered, and no man will be left behind. In addition to that is our Masculine Empowerment Network Telegram chat. This is where you will be able to network with other high-value men around the world in order to grow your personal power as well as the other members of the group. We have had so many men from so many different walks of life. I'm talking millionaires, doctors, Navy SEALs, you name it. We have had them all through the Masculine Empowerment Network, and they are all very high-level guys that are added to the group. This is open 24 hours where you have immediate and direct access to me and all my leaders in the community to help answer your questions simply at the palm of your hands. If you have problems with your text message game, send a text message screenshot. We'll look at it and we'll tell you what to do. If you want to look good for your next photo shoot, send us the outfits. Try them on. We'll tell you if you look good. We'll tell you if you look bad. Are you feeling down, depressed, feeling worthless, feeling like you have just endless anxiety? Talk to us. We'll get you through it. That's what we've been doing since 2019, and we're only getting better as the years go on. It's a group of positive men that are all unified under one cause, and that is getting better at our lives and maximizing our approach to self-improvement. This will be available immediately as well. So as soon as you sign up, you're going to have a link, click on that, and you're in there. The third part of the Masculine Empowerment Network is our Masculine Empowerment Network database. Since 2019, we have recorded every single webinar we have ever done with all the big names across the masculine self-improvement space. And if you miss a webinar, it's okay because it's going to be put on that database. And in addition to that, you're going to have access to 4 complete years of training to catch you up and really have your own personal positive feed of masculine self-development where you can watch and see other men just like you on their masculine journey of self-improvement to help you feel like you're not alone and to answer all of your questions directly. With those 3 parts, that is what we are putting together with the Masculine Empowerment Network. However, I do have a bonus for you. For the first time ever, I am proud to announce that if you sign up for the Masculine Empowerment Network, you will be allowed to attend the Hawaii Masculine Empowerment Network Retreat. This will be only available to men who have joined the community, and we are going to be having a self-development live live-in training seminar in Honolulu, Hawaii, and it's going to be so amazing. As you know, we just did so many live events in Tokyo, Manila, and Orlando, Florida, and I really, truly believe that the power of us coming together and uniting and networking and learning and growing together is the most powerful asset you can ever have in the entire world. Join us, join our brotherhood, and know that we will not judge you, we will not put you down. We are all coming together to lift each other up and ascend to new heights as we march forward into what I believe to be a very, very bright future. And that leads me to my final point. For the first time ever in the history of the Masculine Empowerment Network, we are now adding a recruitment bonus where I will be paying you cash for bringing somebody who has never signed up to the Masculine Empowerment Network before. That's right. If you bring somebody to sign up for the Masculine Empowerment Network, I will pay you 50% of their sign-up fee after we complete the webinars and we get everybody on board. Because I truly believe that this is now the time to reach out to the brothers out there who want to help other people and reward you for doing the right thing, for growing the network, and continuing to win with me in the culture war. So don't forget, on August 1st, we are starting enrollment, and enrollment is only available for 5 days because we have to start the training on August 12th. So if that's something you're interested in, you can scan the QR code on the screen right now or go to masculineempowermentnetwork.com and get on the waiting list, because enrollment will be done through email starting August 1st. I look forward to hanging out with you in the sun in Hawaii, teaching you in those webinars, and helping you in the Telegram chat, and so much more. Till then, I'll see you next time.
That's right. We are going live on this Thursday, August 1st, the Masculine Empowerment Network. And I'm excited to meet the new guys. I'm excited to see the veteran members of the community. And I'm excited to continue to grow this community, because that's what we're going to do. This is it right here. These are the benefits of the Masculine Empowerment Network. When you sign up, pay attention, because this is what you get. Wake up. Telegram chat immediately upon signing up, if you're smart enough to click on the link after you sign up, because some people are not smart enough. The amount of people that missed the Telegram chat is hilarious. 20 live webinars on money, muscles, game, and frame, all updated, good content, help you get the life that you live, or you can continue to sit there and suffer and watch YouTube endlessly and lie to yourself saying that you're doing something to make your life better. Maybe you joined before and you're like, no, I don't need to join again. Really? How's that working out for you? How is that working out for you? Probably not that great. Probably not that great. If you can't attend them, don't worry. There's a database of 300 plus hours of training content. These are all recorded, and they will be recorded and stored for you to watch on the database. And then you get my new hybrid dating course, Total Dating Mastery, that can help you guys walk away from your dating problems forever. Do you know many guys, I don't know, that I'm very close friends with? And these guys, it cracks me up how they have direct access to me, okay? And they don't fix their dating life. It's amazing. It's amazing. Okay? It is truly amazing. And these guys go into their late 30s, okay? They go into their 40s. They go into their 50s with the same dating problems. And you know what happens when you don't solve your dating problems? They start to manifest in sexual perversion. Okay, because what you repress eventually gets expressed. And when you're too much of a coward to fix your dating life problems, because that's the reality of it, you guys are afraid of women. Okay. For you guys that are having trouble with women, you don't have the dating life that you want because you're afraid of them. Okay. You believe that they're better than you, then therefore you're in their frame. Hilarious. Truly hilarious. This problem just grows and grows and grows. Okay? It just grows and grows and grows. This is why you see this is like when you see guys who are like later in their 30s and 40s and 50s, they're getting finessed by escorts. They're getting played by sugar babies. They think they're falling in love with someone and they're not. The girl's finessing them. You know, the amount of people out there that just think that they got it together and they really don't is astronomical. 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 It's hilarious. Astronomical. It's just this is why I and the guys who actually do the work, I have endless amounts of women that I can choose from. At the ripe age 38. Okay? The ripe age 38, I have endless options. Literally endless options. Literally endless options. Because I have a problem. I analyze it, and then I solve it. That's the backbone of masculinity. Solving problems. How long? You know how many guys sit here and tell me, I'm going to join the masculine empowerment this year. I'm going to join it this year. I'm going to do it this year. I'm finally going to do it. I'm finally going to do it. I'm going to change. I'm going to change. And they say that for year after year after year after year after year as time erodes away at them, and they get fatter and they get broker and they get sadder and they get more depressed and they get more broken. And they keep on getting finessed and again and again and again. And they don't take the necessary steps to change their life. How long are you going to suffer? How long are you going to tolerate that? How long? How long? How long are you going to sit there and watch a beautiful girl walk by and think and just talk your way out of it? Talk you out, she'd never be interested in me. Not a loser like me. I could never get the dream that I want. I could never get the girl that I want. Not me. Talking yourself out of your dreams, talking yourself out of what you want. Think about it. Think about it. Scan the QR code right there. It's on the screen. And honestly speaking, you could sign up or you can't sign up. I really don't care. My life is going to be amazing regardless. And the guys who do come to the Masculine Empowerment Network, their lives will be changed. And you'll continue to see. It's more for us. Okay. I understand that sometimes people are cowards. Men are cowards. I mean, it's not an uncommon thing. I understand if you're afraid. I understand if you're kind of addicted to your own personal misery. You don't feel like you're good enough to get what you want. You don't think it's possible. You're too disheartened and broken down. And guess what? The elites, the people who want you disenfranchised, who want you blackpilled, who want you given up, they've won over you. All of this researching online, watching a bunch of stuff, sending super chats, all of that does not matter if you do not change your life. Period. I mean, look at the state of the world and ask yourself, are you really giving it your all? I'm reading a book right now, which is an amazing book called Discipline is Destiny by Ryan Holiday. I believe it's called Ryan. Is it Ryan Holiday? Pretty sure. Maybe it's Matt Holiday. Let me double check. Ryan Holiday. Yes. Discipline is Destiny. I listened to this in the morning, first thing. Okay. Listen on 2.0 speed, like a true psychopath. Okay. Hyper processing all this data. And it's amazing how so many people just don't do what they're supposed to do. And you know what you're supposed to do. You know that you could, if you're watching me right now, there's a part of you that thinks that you can absolutely pull off the dream life that you want. There is a part of you that thinks that. But then there's another part of you, the dark side of you, that is always just thinking, oh, I can't do it. I'm a loser. My mom was right. My dad was right. My ex-girlfriend who cheated on me and dumped on me is right. I can't get the life that I want. I can't change. I can't level up. I can't do any of those things. Okay. Victory is in the enemy's camp when you have that. Okay. There is no way to change your life other than taking massive and drastic, consistent action. Okay. Massive, drastic, consistent action. It's just sad. Really sad. Just really sad. More for me and more for the guys who do take action. Because if you know that's not you, if you know like, oh wait, who he's talking, that's not me. That's not me. Okay. Then there is hope for you. So get on the waiting list right now for the Masculine Empowerment Network, or be left behind, and just get out of the way of people who are going to do the work. You have to get out of the way. Shout out to, looks like Sam just got on the waiting list. Big ups to you, Sam. You got a Yahoo address. Good for you.
Shut up and take my money.
Appreciate you guys. We got a super chat. Glenn Lawrence is in the house. He says, you got to pay the cost to be the boss. That's right. And payment is due every day. Every single day. Okay? Look how fucking drained and tired I looked. Because you know why? I woke up early this morning and I went and I did fast cardio for 40 minutes. Whew. This cut is brutal, guys. I'm not going to lie. This cut that I'm on is ultimately brutal. Eating very low calories, draining myself every day. I'm going so hard on the elliptical that like I'm getting injuries in my knees and ankles. You know, I'm gonna be, you know, strategically cutting back a little bit, but you got to endure. You got to push forward. Z the man here says, he says in the book, if you're not disciplined, someone else is. And when you compete with that guy, he will beat you or end you. I can add, he will F your girl. Well, if you got her mind, you don't have to worry about that. And if she really does succumb to that, then she's not worthy of your crown, quite frankly. Right? But, you know, women are weak like that. Women are emotionally weak. Women are emotionally susceptible. I mean, look how they just do the dumbest things ever. You know? Drag queen story hour, taking children to all the gay pride parades, you know, voting in mass migration. Like, do women even have a brain? Like, I really want to know. Like, it is just truly hilarious. It is truly hilarious just to see like how NPC they are, right? So here we go. Here we go. Take a look. Real quick before we get started, all right? Don't forget to follow me on all other social media. I am on Rumble, rumble.com. Look for me, Modern Life Dating. And then also, don't forget to follow me here on X, MLD Motivation. Follow me there, MLD Motivation. This is like my 16th account. I post some pretty based takes, and people seem to love it. So come check me out. See what's going on in the election in Venezuela. You know, looks like they're trying to scam the election down there. And pretty interesting to see. Pretty interesting to see. So let's talk about what we're going to be saying today. We're going to talk about red flags, okay? Because let me tell you the number one problem guys have. Okay? So we're going to talk about red flags today, okay? So here's the thing. As you guys like to know, when I constantly bring this up, right? I always talk about the bell curve, the IQ bell curve, right? I'm just a big fan of this thing here. Okay. The IQ bell curve is very, very, very simple thing to understand here. Okay. This is what it looks like. Okay. And this is how all things are distributed from a statistical standpoint. Okay. So as you can see here, this is how I'm just go full screen. Okay. They should put this in the top right hand corner, top left hand corner, not the bottom corner. Anyways, whatever. Does this matter? I'll just keep my face on screen. Okay. So as you can see here, 100 is right smack dab in the middle of average, right? So you have to understand that from here to the left, okay, half of all women on Earth are 100 IQ or less. That's a coin flip. Okay. 100 IQ or less. The lower a woman's IQ is, the more of stupid, destructive, non-relationship stable behavior she's going to engage in, right? Women do not think about the future. They really don't concern themselves about, doing things that are good for them in a relationship capacity. Okay. The average woman nowadays, the average chick is, by the time she's 27, 28, probably has anywhere between 20 to 50 bodies. Okay. And if you're not vigilant in the screening process, you could fall in love with a woman who is not good for you, because women with high body counts are not good for relationships, and they are consistently and always,
she belongs to the streets,
just streetwalkers. That's the truth. Okay. So that being said, okay, you have to be vigilant looking for these red flags, because even if she's above 100 IQ, the average chick is so just wild and careless with her sexual behavior that these chicks rack up bodies like no other. Okay. Some of these chicks are racking up like 4 to 5 bodies a week consistently. Right. And this is all connected to broken homes, broken households. Okay. If her father didn't give her love and care and affection from a masculine perspective, when these girls become adults, they like go crazy for male attention, and their desire for male recognition is just completely overboard. Because like I said, what is repressed is eventually overexpressed. Okay. So her father should be giving her love, care, and support. That's a healthy woman, right? And I've dated women who are very, very healthy. Okay. And I've dated women that are very, very mentally unhealthy. And it's consistent across the board. The women who have good, loving, caring fathers who are the alpha males and leaders in their family, these women typically are not hoes. They do not have large body counts. They do not have that. And this is why, if you look at, for example, you always see it on Twitter, like, if you just look at the fatherlessness epidemic that's happening, quite frankly, around the world, this is a great indicator of why there's so many damaged and broken women in the world. A family is nothing without a father, period. Okay. If you do not have a strong masculine father in the household, everybody is going to suffer. The mother is going to suffer. The children are going to suffer. This is all statistically documented. Okay. It just shows you night and day. And also on top of that, when it's just single father household versus a 2-parent household, there's virtually no difference in the outcome of the children. But it's a single mother household, criminals. I mean, just look at the state of the Black community in the United States of America, where 75% of the African-American households are fatherless households. And look at the state of the African-American community in America, right? Not looking good based upon the crime statistics and all these things that we see. And then just, in just average day-to-day life, and then you could see that in families without fathers across the board around the world. Okay. Fathers are so important. So just because she comes from a family that has a father there, that's not enough. Okay. The father has to be a good, loving, caring, supportive, and nurturing father for the daughter. Because if not, again, if she doesn't get that male love and validation from her father, she will find, you know, she will, she will find it elsewhere, and not in good ways. Okay. And not in a good ways. Very, very, very bad. Very, very, very bad. Okay. Gabriel E says he scanned the QR code. Did it work? So we got a troll in the chat, somebody saying? I'll just ban him. Oh, nice. Did somebody ban? Or the chat? The chat's kind of froze and stopped on my end. Hold on one sec. Let me see. Oh, thanks, Billy. What? What's this guy say? Where are these people? Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, like again, this is what I'm talking about. You see this guy in the chat right now. So when these guys are saying these kind of crazy stuff, right? The problem is this guy is a sexually repressed person, and he's an unhappy individual. And this is a cause of all male troubles, quite frankly. He's a sexually repressed person. He is not in a good place. He's not making good money. He's probably not well off financially. He's probably not even financially stable. He's a loser. He's the bottom dregs of society. And they see guys like me, good looking, well-spoken, popular, successful. And instead of seeing me as a source of inspiration to change his life, his inner game is so messed up that he decides that he wants to try and tear me down. But his logic is flawed, because he's a loser and I'm a winner. And winners win and losers lose, because that's why you're a loser. You are what you do. Okay. So again, if this guy was happy, sexually satisfied, having a good life, he wouldn't be in here in the chat spreading lies and saying, "Are you aware that you're currently being investigated?" Oh, that's funny, dude. That is funny. If so I'm being investigated. So how do you know that? Because you have inside connections to the police officer, because all investigations are private. So come on.
Gay.
It's funny. It's really funny. Okay. So again, that's it right there. Okay. That's right there. So that being said, we're going to talk about, the thing that I'm talking about. So let's talk about red flags, right? When a chick has a red flag, so you have to be vigilant when you're dating these girls, because women are just going to fall into one of two categories, right? Casual fun or something potentially serious. And I always tell you guys, you got to look for an out. You don't want to be in the dating game forever, okay? Because guys who stay in the dating game forever, okay, it damages them. They become jaded and bitter. And like, honestly, high body counts affect men negatively too, as well, okay? And if you continue to gamble out there, it's only a matter of time before you catch an STD, or, you're going to keep on going through these cycles of, looking for a girl, ignoring red flags, falling in love with her, because over time, if you continue to sleep with someone, you're going to fall in love with them. And then because she is a red flag bearing woman and she is a damaged individual, she's eventually going to hurt you. And then you're going to go through this endless cycle. And then really, you're just going to get more and more damaged over and over and over again. And really, it's not good. It's not good. And then this is what happens when guys don't have a really good vetting process in play, right? Because when you don't have a good vetting process in play, what you're going to be able to do is you're going to continue to make the same mistakes, and then you're going to become bitter and jaded, and then you start hating women. And instead of taking the accountability and blaming yourself, which you should do, what you're going to do is you're going to be consistently looking outward for a solution because you don't realize that you're the wrong one. And then from there, you're just going to be, like I said, filled with hate, blaming women. And it's not a good thing. It's going to really mess you up, and it's really going to just, damage you and break you down. Okay. Yeah. And Tyrone Von Chadley, tattoos are one red flag or many. Yeah. Okay. So here's the thing too. Now let's be very rational about things. Okay. When you do get a woman, they're going to have red flags. Everybody has red flags. Okay. But it's up to you to uncover as many as possible. Okay. Thaddeus Brown Walker says we should probably vet women systematically with a set process and a procedure instead of just probing and searching. It's the combination of both. Okay. When you're dating a girl, all right, and when you're meeting a new girl, to protect yourself, you need to assume that she is she's a promiscuous woman. You just need to assume, because statistically speaking, that's probably the case, right? Or has a promiscuous past. It's up to you to figure it out. Okay. And you have to understand this too. See, red flags are symptoms of something deeper. Okay. I dated a couple girls in my past that they had a drinking problem. They were consistently drinking, and, they were consistently drinking like a lot, pretty much almost every day. And after searching and probing for both of these, answers from both of these girls, it was consistent across the board. Both of them had bad relationships with their father, physically abusive and emotionally abusive relationships, both of them. And it was consistent throughout their developmental years, which are the most important years in their lives to be grown up as, normal humans. And they didn't have this. And they had a consistent amount of pain and suffering. And then they expressed their need for male love and validation through excessive alcohol consumption to forget the fact that they were feeling consistent pain and emotional pain and struggle. And on top of that, they were also hyper promiscuous as well. Okay. So you have to understand that a red flag is symptom of something deeper. Okay. The red flag is a symptom of a deeper, more broken individual where their inner game is damaged. And that's the struggle of our time. The struggle of our time is the majority of people are broken people. And we're a broken people because we come from broken homes. And now it's kind of become this cascading effect where broken people are raising broken people. Single mothers don't raise women and men correctly. They don't raise them well. And there's so much cope going on. Okay. A single mother cannot do the job of a father, period. Okay. They can't do it. And so you're having people who can't stay in a relationship, can't endure through the hard times, because when a girl gets with you, and any time that a girl gets in a relationship with you, in the beginning, you guys are having tons of sex, having sex 5, 6, 7 times a day, multiple rounds consecutively for multiple days in a row. You're doing all that, and then everything's good. But the moment a moment of struggle or trouble comes their way, they immediately break and immediately start looking for another guy, start giving up in a relationship, complain to their girlfriends who are also broken individuals who give her broken people advice. And then instead of staying in the relationship, taking accountability, trying to make it work, she thinks, no, I deserve better. I deserve, the perfect man, even though I'm anything but perfect myself. And so let me go and gamble again with my vagina, and let me go out there. And they catch another body, and then they take no accountability. They continue to blame outwards. And then next thing you know, these chicks are 30 and they have these chicks have body counts. I mean, dude, these chicks are closing in 100 body counts by the time they're 30, the damaged ones. Okay. And these girls are everywhere, bro. These are average girls too. These girls aren't even that bad. Okay. So I have some notes here. Okay. So the red flags, number one, are symptoms of something deeper. So when you notice a red flag, it is up to you to dig. And as soon as you notice a red flag, you need to start putting up the walls around your heart. Okay. You got to leave your feelings at home. All right. Don't bang them without a condom, because you'll get more attached if you do without it. Don't take them seriously. This is why I believe in low investment first dates, coffee dates. Women who say I don't do coffee dates are women who are used up. Okay. Because these chicks, you're not going on a date with a man to see how much money he can spend on you. Okay. You're going to see the character of the man. And as a guy, I don't want to sit there and have an hour-long meal with a stranger that I'm just trying to get to know, unless I'm really, really, really interested in her. But quite frankly, she's gonna have to be an amazing individual for that. A coffee date, frozen yogurt, get some ice cream, walk together in the park, something that you can quickly get out of if you don't like it, right? I had a date one time with a chick, and we went for a coffee, I remember. And then this was a Japanese girl, and she's in school to be a doctor. She's a cool girl, nice heart, a sweetheart, but she's boring as ever. And she looked cuter in her pictures, right? So I remember just going to Starbucks, grabbing a coffee. We're sitting outside talking. I'm like 15 minutes into this date. I'm just like, yo, bro, I do not like this chick. This chick is boring as a bag of fucking rocks, and she's not that cute. And for me, I don't know, I just can't. If they don't have at least a B cup and tits, it's gonna be really hard for me to really feel good about doing something with them. I have my type that I like. And I remember I was like, drank my coffee. I was like, let's go for a walk. And then 30 minutes into the day, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go. It was nice to meet you. See you later. I just left, right? Because I'm not gonna spend my time and waste her time too if I'm not interested in her. I'm gonna know pretty quickly. Okay. So when you notice these red flags too, if you're on these first dates, be smart with your time, guys. Look, the reason why women are so out of control and acting wild as crazy as ever right now is because guys are giving them way more than they deserve. Way more than they deserve. Okay. They're giving them way too much attention, way too much validation. It's pathetic. It's truly pathetic, right? And I've seen it. I hung out with an American girl recently, and the amount of dudes that just blow this girl up and endlessly simp for her. One, for me, was a major turnoff. I was like, any semblance of us having a future has immediately evaporated into nothingness. There's never going to happen, right? Because I'm just not going to deal with a girl that constantly has endless amount of guys hitting her up. And again, the daddy issues were present. So when you notice these things, you notice these red flags. Red flags are there for a reason, for a warning. And if you ignore them, you will be hurt. You will be hurt. If you ignore the red flags and take the girl seriously, it's only a matter of time. Because remember, people who emit an alarming amount of red flags, these are people who are psychologically damaged. Okay? They are damaged and hurt people. And remember what they say, hurt people, okay? That's exactly what's going to happen to you. You are not exempt from the rules. You are not special. You are not some amazing snowflake that can evade all the rules of the universe and dating relationships and psychological health. Okay. And you will be hurt. So when you notice these red flags, you immediately need to put the guard up around your heart and protect yourself, because they're not worth it. They are not worth it. These damaged people are not worth it, and they are going to hurt you. There is no future. It's impossible. Okay. It is their problem, not yours. Okay. Okay. Number 2, the earlier and more frequent you see the red flags, the worse off this individual is. Okay. Women who are relatively intelligent, right? They will they will go out of their way to lie and hide and cover up their past. Okay. Women who have sex with a lot of men, they know it's dirty. Okay. It doesn't matter what culture they're from. They know it is a dirty thing, and they know that men do not like it. Okay. So if she is lacking the mental wherewithal to conceal these things that she's done, you can definitely know that these chicks are super fucked up. These ones are super fucked up. Okay. And again, if you want to be using them for casual sex, that's fine. But just know that if it's a double-edged sword. Okay. Because it leads me to my next point, which is red flags or green lights, right? The more red flags she has, the more likely she's going to give it up easily. Okay. And if you're just trying to get your seduction skills down, or you're just trying to, have fun or whatever, you're not looking for anything for commitment, that's fine. Okay. That's fine. And it says, what if fucked up is what you're looking for? I mean, that just tells me that you don't get any girls, Zuhair, and that you have no real experience with women. Okay. That's the truth right there. Okay. Because if you are experienced with women, it leads me to my 4th point, but we're jumping ahead, but I like where your train of thought's going, because I'm going to kind of fix your broken thinking here. Okay. So again, like I said, the earlier, the more frequent you see the red flags, the more damaged and fucked up individual the woman typically is. Okay. And if they don't have the mental wherewithal to conceal these things, then you definitely know that this is just not going to work out. Okay. In addition to that, if they do have the wherewithal to conceal it, you have to understand that, and shout out to Mr. Lucario, who said this, which was honestly, at first when I heard this, I thought it was a little extreme, but now that I'm older and more mature, he was spot on. He said that you need to vet a woman for a bare minimum before she becomes your girlfriend, 18 months. It's a year and a half. You got to vet her. Okay. And honestly, that's really, really important right there. Especially if you're a guy who's working on the core 4, money, muscles, game frame, you're on the path, bro. Dog, you have to be vigilant. Like you have to be vigilant, because this leads me to my 4th point. The 4th point is long-term involvement with women who have red flags. Okay. Long-term involvement with women who have red flags, they will eventually negatively affect you, because as time goes on, right, you're going to get more attached. If you're a normal person, you're not a sociopath, you're going to get more attached. You're going to get more connected to them. It's inevitable. But again, if you get attached to a broken person, they are going to hurt you. They are, at some point, they're going to do something to self-sabotage the relationship and hurt you. Okay. And a consistent thing is this, right? For example, girls with daddy issues, right? These girls, sometimes they only feel love and affection when you have sex with them, and so you're like constantly having sex with them, constantly. But when the relationship kind of goes into the stable time, okay, then they may view that, okay, this guy, maybe he's not having sex with me as much. And they may think that, okay, he doesn't love me as much. And so therefore, I'm going to start looking for validation, male validation and love elsewhere. And then that's when the cheating starts. And that's when, it starts with looking and eventually they take action on it, right? So getting involved with these chicks long-term causes you trouble. Okay. And then another thing is this too. Sometimes if you get involved with these chicks who are vindictive, they may say something along the lines of, this guy falsely, they make a false accusation on you, right? This guy raped me. This guy did all these things to me. Okay. One thing that I really do, okay, I think a lot of people think I live like this crazy party boy lifestyle and that I'm just always out raging and, being wild. It's not the case. Oh, excuse me. That's not the case whatsoever. I live a pretty isolated lifestyle. I'm just wake up, I go to the gym, I take a shower, I take all my medicine, supplements, all that stuff. And then I sit down and I knock this thing out. And then after that, I go to the gym, I work out, I come home, shower again, eat some food, and then work and work and work until sun goes down. And then I either go do a hobby or hang out with somebody and then go to bed. I'm not going out networking. I'm not going out meeting people. And the reason why is because I've cultivated such a great level of inner peace and a great level of momentum in my life that interacting with the normies of society, it just drags me down, right? Interacting with the regular people of society, it's draining. The regular people of society are negative, unhappy. They are, they're anti-success. It's not good to be around them. So you have to protect your inner peace. You have to protect yourself from these outside forces that are going to want you to do something for them that's going to be beneficial to them. Because, when these people start sensing who you are, they're going to have their own little personal agenda for you, right? Again, like I was saying, in order to cultivate success, in order to cultivate great inner game, in order to cultivate, a good life, you have to protect yourself from negativity, negative people, negative events, negative news, negative social media. It's an ongoing war. That's why if you have any really, really rich friends, rich people don't really hang out with a lot of people, unless their work is involved with it, like they need to be social. They're like some, big social person. But you have to protect your peace. You have to protect your vibe. And you got to protect yourself from people that are not worthy of you, okay? That you're not worthy of you, okay? So that's a big part there, okay? Somebody says, what do you do when a chick doesn't respond for 8 hours during the day? Find another girl because she's not interested. She's not interested. Have you encountered girls with low body count with lots of red flags? No, I have not. Honestly speaking, no. Not at all. Not at all. Okay. So long-term involvement with these girls, they're eventually going to pull you down. Okay. And that's why, and that leads me to my next point. Okay. Because all women that you date, okay, this is why I tell you guys you have to be a leader, right? Because all women are going to come to you not in ideal conditions. Okay. They're going to have some little hobbies and little things that are bad for them, right? And they're going to have certain girlfriends that are bad influences on the relationship, girlfriends that influence them to cheat, girlfriends that are constantly bad-mouthing you. And that's just not going to work out for the relationship long term. So you guys have to learn to be leaders, because as a woman comes into your life, you're going to have to teach them. You're going to have to lead them. You're going to have to guide them and show them your way of living, because a relationship cannot exist with two people living two separate lives. She has to be on board with your plan. She has to be on board with your game plan. She has to be on board with your life plan. Okay. And if she's not, then she's going to be a hindrance. And if she's going to be a hindrance, then she's going to be holding you back. And if she's going to be holding you back, then your burden is only going to be heavier for no reason. Okay, for what? For some pussy? So you're going to give up your good life? You're going to give up your dreams? You're going to add more stress to yourself for some vagina? Is that the kind of man you want to be when you look in the mirror? Honestly speaking, think about that. Think about that. Okay. If you do not lead and guide your woman, because this is an ongoing thing, okay, you have to commit an audit of her friends. You have to see which one of her, because if her friends are all hoes and stuff, bro, I mean, birds of a feather flock together. You need to commit an audit of her friends. You need to figure out what her family is like, right? One of these chicks I dated had the craziest mom. Like, this woman legitimately had narcissistic personality disorder, where they like to torture people in order to get what's called narcissistic supply. When people beg and plead for love and affection from them, or beg and plead to like stop them from committing more pain, these people, these narcissistic people feed off of that. And I remember this poor girl, her mother was just such a tyrant. Her mother was a real evil individual. Real evil individual. I remember one time we were hanging out, because me and this chick broke up, and then we got back together. And her mother was not really happy with it. She's like, she's like, I'm not gonna talk to you and see you for 10 years. And she's like, and by then, the dogs will be dead and you'll never see the dogs again. And this is all because you betrayed the family by going back to this guy. And this woman was a single Japanese mom. Fucking psycho, bro. Psycho. The shit that she sent her daughter, who at the time was like 28 years old, was just, I couldn't even believe it. Like, my mom sends some crazy shit to me sometimes, but like nothing like that. Definitely nothing like that. Like, maliciously tearing this girl down. And that to a degree, that's a red flag too. Like, if her mom really doesn't like her, she knows that girl better than you. If her mom and parents don't like her, something is really wrong. Either the parents are extremely fucked up individuals, or that chick has been causing problems for the family for a very, very, very long time. Okay. And like I said, to a degree, a woman over the age of 25 that's single, that's a fucking red flag, because, good deals don't get left at the store, man. It's always the bad product that's always left behind. Good women, some of the most beautiful women I see in Tokyo, always just carrying a baby, because that's the way life works. A win for a woman is to get a guy who is a high value man and get impregnated by him. That is a genetic win. And a chick that is, 26, 27, 28, 29, that's single, and she's attractive, I assure you, she has a high body count, and something's drastically wrong with her. Drastically wrong with her. Okay. So you got to consider those things, man. Okay. And let's talk about dealing with the red flags, right? So with dealing with the red flags, that right there is also, you're going to have to lead her and guide her and teach her along the way to get rid of some of her bad habits. But at the end of the day, it's up to her to heal herself. It's up to her to do the work. You can't be patrolling her and begging her to level up and begging her to do things. I'm like, hey, we're supposed to do this. We're supposed to do that. Hey, you should have done this. What's going on? Like, it's not your responsibility. It's her responsibility. Like, again, you can guide her. You can help her along the way. But if she doesn't take the active steps to make the change in her life that she wants to, well, then the relationship is doomed, quite frankly. It's extremely doomed. And there's no coming back from that, right? And again, that's the thing. Like, I'm not just saying consistently on the channel, cut them off, just because like that's supposed to be like my moniker. You have to realize that if you really want to get to high degrees of success, you're gonna have to. People are gonna come into your life for a season, and sometimes it'll be good, but then sometimes it'll turn out to be bad, and you got to kick them out. Okay, but you have to be vigilant. Okay, you have to be vigilant in identifying these red flags and then taking action on them, because one red flag is typically many. Okay. And again, consistently getting involved with broken women is going to make you jaded and messed up in the head. This is why guys they go to the Philippines, they go to Thailand, they go to these third world countries, and they constantly pay for sex. Then they think like, oh, you know what? Like, all women will just do whatever for money. All women will do whatever for money. They're all they want is money. All they want is money. It's like, no, okay. The reality is that you are incorrectly perceiving the relationship, the dynamic. Okay. Sorry, I just got a fucking weird message that threw me off. I gotta stop reading chat. Yeah, the relationship dynamic is off because you're constantly in this pay for play mode. Okay, this is also what happens like when you're a player or you're a high value guy and you're constantly meeting girls from dating apps and you're having sex in the first date consistently. You're gonna be like, damn man, all these girls are hoes. But the reality is, no, girls who use dating apps are hoes. That's the truth. Majority of girls who use dating apps are hoes. These chicks have bare minimum 20 bodies, bare minimum. Okay. Girls who are actually attractive and have value in themselves, they look at dating apps and are like, oh, gross. I would never step foot on a dating app. Okay. So you got to be vigilant, boys. You got to be vigilant. But when you find a good girl, okay, it is so amazing, man. It is just so amazing because it's worth all the trouble and garbage that you went through. But again, you have to go through so much garbage to find a good chick, bro. And it's inevitable. Okay. So Thaddeus says, so as far as guiding and improving her goes, we should be able to give her the steps to be done, but not baby stepping her and holding her hand. There's a technique called scaffolding, which, you support them along their way, and you should support them if she's your girlfriend, she's committed, right? You should support her in that endeavor, but you shouldn't be doing everything, for her at all. Okay. Parts Unknown 18 says, how do you protect your peace against these downers, bro? I can't separate at workplace, unfortunately. Then you change your workplace. Or just live a life of suffering. Okay. That's it right there. There's no ands, ifs, or buts about it. Because again, like I said, these red flags, their energy will jump on you. These chicks, and they're not malicious. It's just the nature of things, man. It's the nature of things. And you got to protect yourself. You got to protect your peace. You got to protect everything you work so hard for. Because if not, it'll be snatched up from you and destroyed. And a lot of guys don't recover from the emotional pain. A lot of these guys fall in love with whores. A lot of guys are so stupid, man, quite frankly. A lot of guys, they chase the girl. They think the chase is the right thing. The girl is posting videos of her, posting videos showing her body off on her stories. I don't even care if it's her midriff, okay? Midriff, she's wearing short shorts. Her legs are showing. Her stomach is showing. She's posting this on her stories. Like, okay, she's fishing for attention. And if she's fishing for attention, that means something's going on in her because she's not validating herself. And eventually, she's going to look for attention from another guy. And these guys fall in love with these chicks, and they can't see the truth of the matter. And some of these guys marry these girls, get them pregnant. Now you have a kid with this fucking wench. And then your whole life is fucked. Like the level of happiness that you can achieve has permanently been blunted because you couldn't control your penis and you couldn't control your your desire for the girl. You didn't have an abundance mindset. Okay, because there are good women out there and you can find them, but you're not going to find them holding on to a bad woman. You're not going to find them keeping that bad woman in your life. If she's not what you want, you have to let her go and go find what you want. Period. If she's not what you want, you need to let her go and find the woman that you want. Otherwise, it's going to just be in your head forever and messing you up. No bueno. Okay. Yeah, here's another one here. Women who don't post their guy on social media means they're keeping the door open for something better to come along. There you go. There you go. Camp Shump says, I fell in love with a girl, dated for 4 years, and out of nowhere, she just slept with one of our coworkers. I couldn't believe it. We even had a kid together. It's an evil world. You didn't vet her right, bro. I assure you there were red flags that you were not aware of. There were red flags that you either were aware of and you ignored them, or you just didn't, or you just weren't aware. But these things don't just miraculously happen. These things don't just happen out. There's always a cause and effect. Okay. Did this chick come from a good family where her dad loved her? Okay. For cheating once, can't mistakes happen? A man could cheat once too. Okay. So again, bro, this is some serious simping you got going on here, bro. You need to have more respect for yourself as a man. Okay. Cheating isn't a mistake. This is foolish. Okay. This is absolutely foolish. Okay. When women cheat, it is absolutely a planned and calculated thing. Okay. It doesn't just happen. She doesn't just slip and fall on their dick. Okay. You are a naive individual to think this. You're the perfect guy that predatory women love to take advantage of and ruin. Okay. Cheating never happens on accident. It is always planned. It is always done intentionally, and it is always done with malicious intent. Okay. Cheating women have no place in your life. Cheating women have no place in your life. Okay. Period. Point blank. Zero, zilch, nada, sayonara. And if you're going to tolerate that, I'm sorry. Okay. But no. Okay. And then you said she had I didn't say she had a nuclear family. I said, did her father love her? Did she come from and did you actively witness her father loving her and caring for her and taking care of her in a good way? Okay. Because like I said at the beginning of the stream, just because she comes from an intact family does not mean that her father was a good, loving, supportive father. There it is. If a woman hates her dad, that is the biggest red flag. Because a woman's father is supposed to be her first experience of male love in this world. And there's so many shitty fathers out there too, man. It's just terrible, honestly. It's a fucking evil world we live in, bro. It is what it is. But if her father is supposed to be the first one to give her all the love that she needs, and she doesn't give it, she's gonna have a bad perspective on men in general. That's why a lot of these women who become strippers, who become sex workers, OnlyFans girls, they typically hate their fathers. And because they hate their fathers, they hate all men. And they get involved in the sex work because A, they think they're going to get some male recognition. And then B, on top of that, they see the bottom dregs of society. Like, guys who frequent strip clubs are losers. Losers. If you frequent a strip club, you're a fucking loser. Okay. I got the strip club in my house. All right. I will find a girl and I'll make her strip for me. Okay. Because that's the fucking G shit you can do when you're a fucking guy that has choice. Okay. You don't need to go to a strip club when you're the man. Okay. You don't need to go and subscribe to OnlyFans when you're the man. You don't need to look at pornography. I make my own pornography. Okay. I got gigabytes on gigabytes. Okay. And when they like you, they're ready and willing to do it. Okay. But you got to be the man. Okay. A woman's father is the only man in her life that will give her validation without having to trade sex. Very true. Or her brother or uncle or cousins too. Okay. Shout out to Cam with the $9.99 super chat. Thank you very much, brother. Appreciate you with that. I'm hit you with the wow. You see? But the red flags are there for a reason, guys. The red flags are there for a reason. And you got to understand that it's not your duty to fix these girls. And statistically speaking, you probably can't. It's going to take a lot of work, a lot of effort to reform a crazy and broken girl. Okay. So that being said, you know, don't do it. Have fun, but understand you're making a deal with the devil when you sleep with these chicks. Okay. Anthony D. Mola, my friends in quotation, says, I always try to get me to go to the strip club. Nah, bro, I'm good. Going to the strip club is this most simplest thing ever. Okay. Now, I have gone to the strip club before. I've been in strip club in Tokyo a couple times. One time in the pandemic because everything was closed, and I made some money in crypto or whatever. And it was the strip club was the only place that was open. And I actually became friends with one of the strippers to this day. She's a cool girl. I mean, she's this chick's like a shark though, bro. This chick is a massive shark. She is a shark. She is a hustler, bro. She fleeces dudes left and right. And then a couple times,
shut up and take my money.
A couple times, went to the strip club because I had to go meet some business associates, and these guys love strip clubs, you know. But they're all married and shit, so they're all sexually repressed as well. But you know, I don't know. I mean, just going, spending my hard-earned money on some literal whore, you're literally just throwing money away, and you can't even have sex with a girl. You're better off boosting your stuff on dating apps, getting a bunch of matches, and going on dates. Like that's better time and money spent, because then I could get a girl, I can have sex with her, and then she's gonna like me, and then I'm gonna make her cook and clean and take care of me, and you know, extract as much value out of her before kicking her to the curb and telling her
she belongs to the streets.
You know. Hey, if you want to engage in whoredom, you know, you don't have a place in my life other than in like servant status, quite frankly. Okay. I think it was Coach Corey Wayne that said even women from good families will end up like most women. No, not really. I don't think Coach Corey Wayne really has that much game, quite frankly. He looks like a beta, he acts like a beta, he talks like a beta. No disrespect to the guy, but that guy's not having women fawn over him and obsess over him and like needing to go to therapy when he breaks up with them stuff. That guy, like, bro, like I thought, no. He's not it, bro. His little high pitched voice. Hi guys, Coach Corey Wayne. No. He and again, he's like one of those weirdos that I say, like, you know, as like, so you're just gonna go through life and not get married, not have kids, and you're just gonna just endlessly date. Like, it's weird. People like that are fucking weird. It's not normal. Okay. You're going to get damaged in life. You're going to get damaged moving through this world. And, you know, these guys are going to, and then this is what happens when they finally, like, in their like late 50s and stuff, they marry some young chick who ends up finessing them because they really don't have game. And then they die a broken-hearted old man, you know? So negative. So is it the responsibility of men in the home for the wellness of the daughter? It's the responsibility of the men at home for the wellness of the family, the entire family. Okay. This is why I have a niece, right? And every time I spend time with her, I always like every hour I pick her up, I hug her, I kiss her, I tell her I love her, I tell her she's so beautiful. I kiss her like a million times. I kiss her so much. And I just let her know, baby, I love you. You're amazing. You're so, if she talks to me, she'll talk to me about the dumbest thing.
Shut up and take my money.
Okay. She'll talk, what is this? Stifler's dad says, Coach Corey went sent over a single mom. Sent over? What does that mean? Sent over a single mom. sent over. But with my little niece, like I know what she needs. And like she's super sheltered. They're homeschooled. They don't deal with any propaganda. They're very Christian. Like they screen everything that the kids watch because they're even putting like homosexual propaganda and children's stuff now, you know? So they screen everything. They're extremely sheltered and cared for. And I love her. I love her so much. She'll sit there and talk to me about nonsense, but I give her my undivided attention. I put my phone down and I listen to everything. And she's like, I'm gonna fly to the sky today. I'm like, so how are we doing this? Are we flying with superpowers? Do you have a helicopter? Do you have an airplane? Like, what's going on? Right? She was playing her little iPad Elsa game, and then she dressed up as Elsa. I'm like, wait a minute. So you're dressed up as Elsa and you're playing the Elsa game? Oh my God, this is crazy. This is an Elsa day, you know? And I said, you want to put Elsa on you want to put Frozen on? You want to watch that? So I know what she needs, and I just want her to, and it's funny because she's just naturally gravitates to me, and I'm barely there. I feel guilty that I'm not there for my nieces and nephews, quite frankly. But every time I'm there, there's no limit on how much I'll spend on them. There's no limit on how much time I'll spend on there. Anything they want to do, I'm on board. But obviously, mom and dad can veto whatever they want to veto. But I'm just emphatically, unapologetically there, because I just want her to be a loved and cherished little girl. You know, I want her to be taken care of. I want her to be really just a good, decent girl. And I know that she needs endless amounts of love. You can never give a child enough love and validation. You can never, never, never do that. Okay. Oh, Coach Corey.
Shut up and take my money.
I say simp. Okay. Yeah. He simped over that. He simped over a single mom. Well, that's terrible. That's terrible. That's just terrible. But again, you know, BS profile says, I had to give my grandma a ride home the other day. We went out to eat, treated her like a queen. Yeah. Yeah. And it's up to you as a man to treat the women of your family really, really well, you know, because if they're worthy of it, you know what I mean? Because, you know, if not, they're just going to look for love and validation elsewhere. Like, you know, my sister is so fucked up. My sister is just so fucked up. Even to this day, she's just a fucked up individual. She's just rude. She's crass. She's inconsistent with her job. She's gaining weight like crazy. She's still using drugs. She's still using alcohol. You know, she's just a fucked up individual. And it's because, you know, her dad was just this fucking piece of shit, like this gigantic fucking piece of shit, and like a massive piece of shit. And so, you know, and she didn't heal from the trauma. You know, she's had multiple breakdowns, and all she says, I just want to get married and have kids. Just want to get married and have kids. You know, body count of like fucking 50, 70, close to 100 guys. You know, the evidence is clear as day, man. Like, you need a dad. You need a father, period. Everybody needs a father. The father is the most important component of a household. And look at all the households without fathers and look how they are. Look how they're turning out. Okay. Look at the state of society. Okay. So, red flags, guys. One red flag in a woman is typically many. It's up to you to do your digging, to find out the truth. And then, you know, you got to get rid of the ones that are not worthy. You know, you have to get rid of the ones that are not worthy. It's not your deal. It's not your job to heal them. It's not your job to save them. Okay. You're not Jesus. You didn't die on the cross for their sins. So remember that. Okay. Short and sweet today, but it's already an hour 20. Guys, don't forget, we're going live here at the Masculine Empowerment Network in 2 days on August 1st. Okay. We're opening the enrollment. We're opening the enrollment. So go to the Masculine Empowerment Network, get on the waiting list today, join a community of men that are going to be learning how to do these things. You're going to learn how to identify a cheater. You're going to learn how to identify a bad girl. You're going to learn how to identify a good girl as well. You're going to learn so many of these things and more. Okay. But you're not going to learn them if you're just consistently running from your problems, not taking action, not doing what you need to do in life. Okay. Nothing changes if nothing changes. You understand what I'm saying? Nothing changes if nothing changes. It's critical for you guys to realize that. The only way you're going to get what you want in life is by making a massive change. And you will not, there is no, like, there's no ands, ifs, or buts about it. Okay. If you don't make a change, you don't get it. You do not get it. Life does not get better. By default, life gets worse. By default, life gets worse. Okay. So again, these are the benefits for the Masculine Empowerment Network right here. Okay. Okay. You get the Telegram chat, which is going to be filled with members from around the world, just like the Inner Game Healing Telegram chat, which almost has 200 people in there. You're going to get 20 live webinars on money, muscles, game, and frame. All those webinars are going to be recorded and stored in a database that you'll have lifetime access to. You're going to get my new hybrid dating course, Total Dating Mastery video course, where you're going to learn text game, day game, how to know she likes you, reading her body language, how to spot a cheater, and so much more. Because when you do find a good girl, man, I'm telling you, it is worth it all. It is worth it all. Okay. Good things come to hard work. Okay. So if you're going to work hard and you can find the girl of your dreams, you can. It's going to take time. It's going to take effort, but all great things take time and effort. Or you could just go through this life and suffer and be miserable and kind of just half-ass your way through life. And let me know how that works out for you. Let me know how that works out for you. So until then, I'll catch you guys here tomorrow. Thank you so much for the attendance today. Hit that like, hit that comment, hit that subscribe button. I love you all. Take care. Peace out.